Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sue. I'm so glad that you joined me today because we have a Beach Boys classic today. Yes, we're going back to the 1963 hit Surfin' USA, which was probably their really big first hit and really what they were known for a long period of time. This is going to be an absolute classic to listen to today, and we're going to hear a live version from 1964, and I've never heard this live version before. And it says it's on the show and it's TAMI, and there's periods after each one, and I don't know if it's the Tammy show or if that is an acronym for some other show. So if anybody knows if that was an acronym for a show, let me know because I have no clue. All right, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. It really does help me to grow. And if you care to, you can always become a member of my channel. All right, here we go. Surfin' USA from 1964. The song was done in 1963, and like I said, a live version of this particular song. Here we go.
Okay, let's have a warm welcome for the real surfers, the one and only, the five and only Beach Boys! If anybody had an across the USA, can everybody be surfing like California? You'd see him wearing his band, Warachi Savage too, a bushy blonde hair, surfing USA. Surfing USA. We'll all be planning on a run. We're gonna take real soon. We're waxing down our surfing. We can't wait for June. We'll all be going to the summer. We're on safari to stay. You tell the teacher we're surfing USA.
Absolutely love watching this old footage, and I'm so glad that we get to see this and that on platforms like YouTube it's really been saved so that we can see this, because we may never have been able to see it again if we didn't have fantastic platforms like this. Per usual, the girls are screaming so loudly in these performances, whether it was like these guys or the Beatles or Herman's Hermits or any of those bands from back in the 60s. The crowd was just screaming so much that you just could hardly hear them sing. Luckily, you can hear them sing most of the song anyway. A little bit of it you can't hear so well, but I don't really care. It's absolutely fantastic to see them performing this, and I'm loving the little go-go dancers in the back with the little surfer girls, I guess, in their bathing suits. Absolutely hilarious. There's one really neat little fact about the Beach Boys. They were known, especially at the beginning of their career, not so much as they went on, but at the very beginning of their career, they were basically known as the surfer boys. They were just like, all about the surf and the sand and the parties and the fun. And they were not surfers, all but one. Dennis, the drummer in the band, was the only true surfer in the Beach Boys. The other four of them did not surf. And it was interesting, in 1961, Dennis actually went to Carl and Brian, his brothers, and said, we have to do a song about surfing. You guys have to write a song about surfing. And so, they started that whole line of surf songs, and it basically was what captivated their audiences and became the kind of the theme, at least for the beginning of their career, when they did a lot of that kind of stuff, where it was cars, girls, the beach, surfing, etc. But absolutely fantastic. Now, if anybody knows who were the two guys that introduced them at the beginning in the the striped polo shirts. The one guy looked a little bit familiar, but I wasn't sure. So if anybody could tell me who did that, I would really like to know. I'm always interested in all these little facts about who did what in these kind of videos and songs, etc. Anyway, let's rewind this a little bit. Let's get right back into this cool vibe.
We're gonna take real soon. We're waxing down our surface. We can't wait for June. Well, I'll be gone for the summer. We're on so far to stay. You tell the teacher we're surfing USA. Surfing USA. Surfing USA. Everybody's surfing. Surfing USA. Everybody's surfing USA.
Nice. Absolutely great. That was fantastic. I just love watching that old footage of bands like the Beach Boys, iconic bands that we just now know. They're so ingrained in the fabric of rock and roll music. And in fact, this song was actually rated in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as one of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll music. And you can tell why, because it was absolutely everywhere and it was extremely influential. Interestingly, though, my fun fact for the day is that the writing credit for this song did go to Brian Wilson, but it also went to Chuck Berry, because basically they said it was just a reworking of the song Sweet Little 16 that Chuck Berry had done, and all Brian Wilson did was basically rewrite the lyrics for this particular song. So I thought that was very cool, and it does have a very similar sound to it. So there you go. So Chuck Berry, he reaped the rewards of having them do this song as well. This song actually did very well in North America, hit #2 in Canada and #3 in the United States on the Billboard charts. I believe it only hit in maybe around the top 30 or maybe top 40 in the UK. And if anybody has any info on that, I would really appreciate that. But I don't think it was really a worldwide hit. I don't think it did really well in Europe. And I'm not sure if there's any sort of lasting effect or influence in Europe with this song. So any of my European friends out there, if you could tell me, does this song kind of resonate now at all, or did it have any lasting effect in your particular countries? I would really like to know that as well. Here's a little odd fact about the Beach Boys. Well, actually, Dennis Wilson. Since we spoke of Dennis Wilson earlier, thought I'd bring this up, actually. Dennis Wilson had quite a troubled life, and he actually had befriended the Manson family for a while. So Charles Manson, that had done a lot of those horrific things and killings to people back in the 1960s. But apparently he finally found out that he was kind of weird, and he wanted to basically break off the friendship. He no longer wanted to be Charles's friend, but he actually came home one day to a bullet and a very cryptic note. So it just shows you how unhinged he was, even with people that he kind of considered friends, but I guess he felt that he was maybe betrayed by him not being his friend anymore. Luckily, nothing happened to him at that particular time, but unfortunately, Dennis died quite young, because he died in 1983, and ironically, as the only surfer in the band, he actually drowned. So that is kind of a little weird, a little dark, I think. But that is what happened. Okay, everybody, I think that wraps it up for the day. So everyone have a joyful day, and I will see you all again next time. Bye-bye.